get started. So, big welcome to everyone to our November edition of Women Who Mule Meetup. We have a lot in store for today, but with these sort of meetups, I like to keep it short and sweet. So in terms of overall time, it'll be just under an hour or so. So let's get stuck in. What do we have in store? So we'll just start with a brief intro, just like we're doing now. So if you're still joining, dialing in, let us know from where. If you have any questions, if you're new to Bevy or about the topics you'll hear, feel free just to use the chat on the right-hand side. Then after this brief welcome, what we'll do is I'll touch upon sustainability in MuleSoft. Like there's been a lot of momentum in this space recently, and I can't think of a better time to talk about it than now, since it's such a pertinent topic. So just give you a little bit of flavor what's happening in the MuleSoft world. And then we're going to head to the headliner, which is, of course, our very own Tricia Hammann from our training org. And she'll share her incredible story, what it means to be a technical instructor at MuleSoft, and also share, how she maintains a work-life balance, any pearls of wisdom, and so forth. We'll have time for Q&A. So, as you're hearing Tricia's story, if there's anything, just either send it directly to me or put it on the chat. I'll fend those questions. And at the end of it, we'll also have a quiz. It'll be the first time I'm trying Menti on this platform. So fingers crossed, everything works. We shall see. And then we'll just have an event wrap up like we always do. So without much further ado, let's get started. So what's happening in the space of sustainability at MuleSoft? So what I want to do is start right at the beginning. So sometimes when we talk to some of our customers or to people in the wider ecosystem, people are not always 100% sure where MuleSoft sits. They're like, oh, are we a carbon neutral cloud? We hear Salesforce being a net zero company, but what about MuleSoft? So I wanted to, first of all, just take a little bit of time to make sure everyone is aware and raise that awareness. So as you know, MuleSoft was acquired by Salesforce a few years ago. And in my opinion, so many good things have come out of it. And a lot of that has been linked to sustainability. So in case you missed it, in September, Salesforce did release, had a press release regarding, announcing that they're a net zero company across the entire value chain. And that, of course, includes MuleSoft as well. So it means our suppliers, our operations, things like that. So in case you didn't know that, MuleSoft is a net zero company, and we have been able to achieve 100% renewable energy for operations as well. In terms of carbon neutrality, actually speaking to some customers, they're starting to question, okay, which of our products that we use in IT, are they carbon neutral? What is the environmental impact? MuleSoft has been a carbon neutral cloud since 1 year post acquisition, so 2018, 2019 timeline. The next point is more broadly as Salesforce and all of its different product lines, but 1 in 5 employees in that entire ecosystem are members of Air Force. If you haven't heard of Air Force, essentially is our internal community of incredibly passionate individuals who are championing sustainability. And it's not just what you can do as an individual. It's also things like, okay, so how can we use our products more sustainably? Where does circularity factor into design and things like that? So it's a group of really, really passionate people. It comes in all kinds of different layers, and things even like organizing volunteering opportunities. So sometimes as teams, for example, my team quite recently did some conservation work in Holland Park in London. So there's like all the amazing things that are happening on at the company. Another thing that's really exciting is the World Economic Forum launched a platform called 1t.org, which is basically 1 trillion trees. And the whole idea is to bring different stakeholders together who have the power to really restore, the ecosystems and invest in natural carbon sinks, i.e. trees. And Salesforce and MuleSoft incredibly passionate and invested in this as well. So as part of this, when it comes to our volunteering time off and linking in different organizations that can help with this, and also ourselves, contributing a lot of money and also time for this trillion tree movement. So Salesforce as a whole is super, super ambitious to get this. And this is all by 2030 is the goal. And the last thing I want to just touch upon, which makes Salesforce incredibly unique, is the 1-1-1 model. So, 1% profits, 1% employee time, 1% of products go to NGOs and causes that prioritizing social and environmental objectives. So that I just wanted to highlight where we are, just to reiterate, people who are joining, all of this goodness is essentially coming from Salesforce. So and it's fantastic, but it starts to raise questions. Great, what about MuleSoft? What is our sustainability journey going to be, and what's happening in this space? So absolutely, this is just the beginning. Every time you deploy an application in the cloud that has a carbon footprint, so starting to think of ways that we can reduce absolute emissions. Also looking at, okay, great, how do I actually build a greener Mule application? What kind of things do I need to think about? How can I actually quantify that? So if I have an option of doing this or doing that, which is going to have the most impact, right? So there's a whole field there that we can define and explore. And also, I think, which is one of the most exciting things, is today, if you look at customers, what tends to happen is, yes, they have their integration teams solving business use cases. But then when you look at their sustainability teams, often these incredibly intelligent people who are data scientists or experts in sustainability, they're spending 6 months or longer compiling spreadsheets to get insight into what is their carbon footprint, or if they're tracking circularity or other things. Spending so much time to manually get that data and get that insight. And I mean, that's what MuleSoft does, right? We surface that data, and that's what's incredibly exciting, because there's a real opportunity for us to help companies surface their emissions data and also play a critical role in solving the sustainability use cases. So watch this space. I think there's going to be a lot coming. And people who are joining, welcome. So with that, just wanted to, there's all kinds of different use cases that companies are prioritizing, and now it's at the top level. It's on the agenda for every CEO. So be it operational efficiency. For example, some of the customers we're talking to, like saying, great, we have all of these operations in warehouses, or we have a fleet, we need to manage it to, make it more efficient. How can we do that? Like, what data sources can we plug in, and how can we see this? Be it supply chain transparency as well. Like more and more customers saying, like, we're putting extra thought into who we work with, what kind of data we need. Maybe we need to be more transparent as well with our suppliers as a requirement. Perhaps you're looking to track circularity. So what percentage of the products they're putting out there is coming back, and how the materials are being reused, things like that. One case that comes to mind when we think about sustainability is tracking carbon across your entire value stream. What are the different sources? Like having that view instead, like through automation, as opposed to putting all the numbers manually, and so forth, right? But the reality is actually this data is disparate. It's often in organizations, so it's in silos. So actually the sustainability team has a real challenge of like, okay, how do we get this? We have to work with so many different parties. So there's a whole host of different blockers there. And that is really the unique opportunity for MuleSoft. We are the glue between different systems. We can surface that data. We always talk about composability, and that's what makes organizations of the future, so agile and able to, put these blocks together and solve their use cases quickly, remain innovative. And this is the same thing with sustainability as well, right? So again, like looking more ways of automating, like doesn't matter where the sources are, MuleSoft, be it databases, be it, even like often we see batch processes still happening. Whatever is the data source, we can get that data, aggregate it, harmonize it, and you can see then and solve those sustainability use cases. So there's a real opportunity, and I just wanted to share that because more and more customers talking about this, and it's an exciting space because we're just developing, like MuleSoft, we're also evolving on our journey here. And the last thing I wanted just to touch upon, last week there was a meetup, which was one of a kind. So it essentially was sustainability focused, but the idea was to open it up to the audience and ask them, hey, sustainability is a hot topic. How would you solve like a strategic challenge here? So, there's a use case for sustainability, like how, using API-led architecture, how would you solve it? And the other part was, okay, you have a little bit of code, you've maybe built an application or you have a flow. How can you apply some of green software or sustainable engineering principles to optimize it? And what are some of the lessons learned? So it's a challenge. It's it's quite a new thing, but it's very exciting. And well, as you can see, there's only one day to submit this, the proposals. But I just thought it's such a hot topic. I can't shout more about this. It's definitely going to come, into more and more conversations going forwards. And if you are interested, there's a link to the video. Even if you search for it, it'll come up, and then you can watch it at your own leisure. But the idea is to really explain, again, kudos. The previous two slides I stole from this presentation. But again, I just want to share with as many people because it's so important. And yes, if you're interested, send your response to the challenges to the email that's jotted there. And with that, don't want to take up any more time because Tricia is our headliner. So with that, I would like to pass it over to you, Tricia.
Thank you very much. This is a fantastic topic, and I would like to start to share my desktop first of all. I hope you all can see it.
Yep, it's just come up.
Okay, thank you very much. First of all, I would like to say thank you for the organization to give me the opportunity to be here to share my story and to represent the EMEA training department tonight. I would like also to thank you all for being here. It is a big honor to have time to talk to you all, and thank you very much for attending tonight. I would like to start presenting myself. My name is Tricia Hammann. I am really, really happy to meet you all today. Let us talk about the origin, my origin. I am originally from Caracas, Venezuela, and it is an honor to share some of my precious pictures about memories. The first one that you can see is myself with 6 months. The next one is myself with my parent and my 2 brothers. My family is living mainly in Venezuela, and my oldest brother is living in Mexico City in Mexico. And the next picture is about me with 10 years old, wearing my Mickey Mouse t-shirt, the one that I was always loving it. And with these pictures, I'm just thinking about one of the most important values in my life, and this is my family, because other things may change us, but we start and end with the family. And this is a phrase that just represents myself from Anthony Brandt. Let us talk about me. I am a single mother of 2 daughters, Alicia and Amelie. They are already 21 and 19 years old. And I graduate, my profession is electronic engineer. I graduate at the University Simón Bolívar from Venezuela. And yes, these are just some notes about me, and there are some fun facts about me. For me, a good day always starts with a sport, and it doesn't matter if I am training, just holding a training session of 1 day or 5 days. I'm always doing a sport. I start very early in the morning and do whatever I would like to do, like Zumba if I need more energy, or yoga if I need just to balance. Another very fun fact about me, I worked for a while as a catwalk model in Venezuela. I graduated in a model academy. And yes, I think it is something that, yes, it remains always with this a curiosity about mode, and just fashion is very, very nice. Additionally to this, I am the first MuleSoft employee female instructor in the EMEA training department, and in the training MuleSoft department. And yes, these are just some fun facts about me. And yes, let us just move forward. Talking about me and technology. After I got my profession at the university, I started working in a very famous telecommunication company, which allows me to be part of a team of 19 engineers that were in charge of the transition of the telecommunication network from analog to digital. And 1 year later, I was working in New Delhi, India, also with this big company, being also part of a team of 180 engineers from all over the world, which were in charge of changing the telecommunication network in India from analog to digital. And today I am still working in a cutting edge technology, working with APIs as an instructor in the EMEA, MuleSoft EMEA training department. Yes, I joined the company MuleSoft the 1st of May 2020. I got my first certification related to MuleSoft. This is the MuleSoft Certified Developer Level 1 certification in October 2020. And what I like at most at MuleSoft is definitely the culture, and to be part of a fantastic team that I would like to send a big greeting from here to my teammates that also joined today, Andrea, Alex, Steven. Thank you very much for being here. And yes, what I like at most related to the products is they are having a high tech, they are belonging to the cutting edge technology, and they are very innovative, and I love the quality of the products. And what I like at most being a technical instructor is the opportunity to help people to reach their own personal and professional goals, and being able with direct actions to influence the future of a cutting edge technology. Yes, and being part of this fantastic team of instructors is also having a own promise to myself, because we need to keep ourselves getting the newest technology and being informed about it. Therefore, I like the situation of continuous learning. Okay, continuous learning is a requirement in my job, but it is also a requirement for success, according to Brian Tracy. And this expression reflects exactly what I feel when I'm thinking about being part of this fantastic team of instructors in the MuleSoft EMEA training team. And talking about my personality, so we had a event analyzing our personalities, and some of my colleagues also confirm that I am a mixture between supportive, cautious, and dominant traits. And talking about words that describe me is I am helpful, kind, problem solving, and very careful. And I have both people-oriented and task-oriented traits. And with these qualities, I am now a technical instructor, just taking all these qualities of my personalities in the activity that I am doing daily. And let us talk about which challenges we face in our day-to-day business by being a technical instructor. First of all, we need to have tools and ways to forward technical knowledge in an enjoyable and effective way. It is not everything about having fun. It is also everything about how to transfer information in a way that it is received and in a way that it stays. Additionally to this, we need continuously to engage with our audience. Okay, so when we are having a long training session, that's mean we are starting on Monday and finishing Monday 9 a.m. and finishing Friday at 5. That's mean we as a trainer, we are vibrating during the time when we are executing our trainings, and we need continuously to keep our audience feeling that they are learning and they are also having fun. And additionally to this, the other challenge is we need to keep ourselves updated with the latest technologies and approaches. And talking about being a technical instructor, life challenges are not supposed to paralyze you. They are supposed to help you discover who you are. And this is a phrase from Bernice Johnson Reagan. And yes, we can say that being a technical instructor is a challenge. But in the time when we get this challenge, we get the support of all the complete training department. And additionally to this, we have the possibility to move forward, including and using also tools that allows you to do your best during the time when you are teaching. And yes, how can we do this? The first thing, do not forget that happiness inspires productivity. And yes, first of all, we, or myself specifically, and in the training department, we are always trying to be unique in the way how we teach. We are doing train the trainer at least once in a year. We are always consulting between each other, asking us, hey, how can I explain this? How I can transfer this in knowledge and information? And that's mean we're trying to be unique to in and include activities that keep our training interesting, additionally to all the information that we are forwarding. The second deal that I use in order to be a fantastic trainer is to invest time in myself. That's mean invest time in your knowledge, keep yourself researching and monitor different training methods. Additionally to this, we need to be our own temple. We need to take care about ourselves. We need to take good care of ourselves because we are just an instrument and helping people, instrument of knowledge and helping people to reach their own goals means we need to keep ourselves in a good form, doing exercises, doing meditation, and trying to do all the things that keep your energy level high during a long period of time. Additionally to this, another technique is to monitor and celebrate achievements. Yes, it's not only reaching goals, it is also the time to say, hey, you are doing very nice. And this is something that is also coming from the team. And I like a lot this possibility because it is also giving you a way how you can control that you are achieving your goals and taking new energies to set other and new goals. And the last big deal that I have is to keep smiling, okay? No matter how hard the situation seems to be, it contributes to spread nice vibration and nice energy. With a big smile, everything is going to be better. And I would like to share with you some hot news from the EMEA training department. We have some campaigns ongoing, and the first one is the Winter Public Class promotion. That means buy one and get one free. There is already a QR code that you can now upload and get access to this offer. That means MuleSoft is offering a free operations or advanced developer public class seat promotion for anyone attending our instructor-led certification training sessions in November, December, and January. If you are interested, please get the QR code now and just enjoy this fantastic offer. Then there is another campaign that we have now ongoing, and this is Get Trained and Certified to obtain a free class seat. That means please enjoy in the winter saving promotions. You just need to buy one EMEA public class schedule from 13th till 31st of December and get another class of equal or less value for free. If you are interested also in this offer, please click on the QR code. And if you have any question, do not hesitate to contact us through our MuleSoft training portal. Great. Then I would like to stay in touch. Here you have also the QR codes to stay in touch with me through LinkedIn and through Twitter. And here you have also my email, and even though you can contact me through my mobile phone, let us keep in touch. It will be fantastic. And now it is your time for questions. I hope there is that we have received some questions through the chat. If yes, this is your time for questions.
Everyone's being a little bit shy. So if you have, I mean, this is a very unique opportunity. We don't often get someone like Tricia. Oh, Alex got one question. He wants to find out a little bit more bullet journaling.
Yes, bullet journaling is a fantastic question. Thank you very much, Alex. Yes, bullet journaling gives you the opportunity to set goals on daily basis, on weekly basis, monthly basis, and yearly basis. And at the beginning of the year, I set some raw goals in order to be executed at the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, or fourth quarter. And then I'm able to follow up on a monthly, weekly, daily basis if I am getting my goals. Additionally to this, I have the possibility to work with, to plan exactly activities that can help me to reach these goals. And I have notebooks on paper. Nowadays, you can do it also in electronic form, in digital form. But due to the fact that I want to use this time also to get to me, to see to myself, I like to wake up, drink a cup of tea, and just set my goals, work with it, and synchronize myself to reach all these goals through bullet journaling.
I tried to do something similar just by thinking, where do I want to be in this amount of time, break it down by activities, and then go from there. I actually have a question that I've done a few different MuleSoft trainings in my time, and sometimes, you know, the training, oh, we've just released Mule 4.4, so maybe some things won't work, or we'll see how it goes. And I was just I don't know, how do you overcome that challenge? Because, you know, the product is constantly evolving. Like, how often do you refresh the materials? Like, what happens in the back end? Because every time the instructor has said this, it actually still works. Everything is okay. But I think just in terms of the effort that goes behind the scenes to make sure that it goes smoothly must be quite immense.
Yes, thank you very much, Therese. It is a fantastic question, and this is part of this challenge, the different challenges that we have in the day-to-day business. We have at least 3 release of documentation per year, in February, in July, and in October. And due to the fact that we all know more or less when the releases are coming, we used to book, and I know it from my colleagues, time just to get to read what is happening, and we have some reviews, and we have a fantastic update team that is a technical update team that is giving us already, hey, all the instructors be aware for the next Monday we are getting a new release. And that's mean during the weekend, instead of reading the newspaper, I will go and sit and synchronize myself about new releases. Yes, in order to be able to teach them. And if there are things that are representing a big change, I will take the time before I start to teach to test it by my own, just to be able to know what's a change and to be able to explain it. But this is a compromise that we get with ourselves as an instructor to have a very high quality of training during the time when we are executing, including dealing with these releases. But it's fantastic. I love it.
Love your positivity. It always makes me like go away with so like much happier. We have another question. So I'll go to Felix first and then Alex. So how to manage technical people who normally might not have many soft skills, but you know they're very technical. So how would you go about training them?
Okay, what is very important is our product is accessing developers. When we talk about developers, we are talking about the essence of technical people, okay? And due to the fact that we know our audience, we are always offering more that it is in the documentation. We are preparing additional materials, we are preparing blogs, we are preparing links that the people can get in order to get more knowledge and be comfortable with the information that they are getting. And most of the times in the trainings, if there are questions that are really, really technical and we don't know how to deal with it, what we do is we take the time to research, to prepare ourselves. We take these questions. And yes, you already shown that data is the core of our day-to-day business. So if I'm getting a new question in one training and it's a very technical one, I am preparing myself, preparing slides, okay, with this content. And the next time when I get this question, I am really ready to answer it immediately. So we are getting data, saving data, preparing ourselves in order to explain the topics, and really always happy to get such a challenging questions. Yes.
Well, I imagine you have classes where people may be shy or, you know, not so comfortable speaking up. How do you make sure that, you know, that they are also getting, you know, the same quality of training, you know, that they're getting the most value out of it?
Yes, and there has been a funny situation, and thank you very much for this fantastic question. I was teaching a complete team from a company, and I was talking, and there has not been no questions. I was just worried about, hey, are you there? And I started to send emojis to them, happy faces, and they were answering me with happy faces. And I was like, okay, they are there. And I say, hey, if you have any question, I will keep it anonymous, so no one is going to see who has sent the question, and they start to send me questions and to interact with me through the chat. And I always have a good joke or something like today is a rainy day, something like this, just to get their attention and then being able to explain a technical concept. Yes.
So essentially change the way, the communication style, and broke the ice with a bit of humor. So that I love that.
Yes.
I'll go to another question. So what has been your biggest challenge and how did you overcome it? What was the key?
Yes. During the time that I was working as a telecommunication engineer, I was called to an island in the Caribbean where they were not having the possibility to call at all. It is a very, very famous island, and the Minister of Telecommunication has required to have someone there to attend the situation, and I was flying urgently there. And I got there, and they were reporters, the Minister of Communication, the police. They were waiting all about me, and they were already on site. And I was like, oh my God, about 40 people. Hey, what do you think? What is happening? Are you able to solve the issue? Oh, we have 80,000 tourists here. You need to have a solution. And I was so nervous. I was not even able to think. And then I took the decision to tell all of them, please get out of my workspace, and I will let you know as soon as there is a solution. And I took all the reporters, 40 people outside, including the Minister of Telecommunication of this island. And they were not happy with it, but I was able to take the time to analyze, to do troubleshooting, and after a couple of hours, we were able to solve the issue. Okay, so it was very challenging. I was able, after a couple of hours, to have a solution, but I was monitoring the system during a couple of days. And yes, so after this situation, I learned that there are sometimes some decisions that you need to take in order to allow you to think and to reach your own goal, small ones, just to start with. Okay.
And I mean, feedback as well, people loving that story. Well answered. I'm blown away. We got one more question, and then we'll go to the quiz. So, how do you combine the roles of mum and worker? How to keep the levels up for all of them, which I think is a challenge for.
Like being a mom and be a worker. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. I always try to prepare a quality time with my family. So, for example, it is now Christmas time, and we have a tradition here in Germany about giving some candies for the kids till the time when Christmas Eve arrives. And my girls, they are already 19 and 21. They are not that funny about candies. And my idea was to spend time together. And they have received, all of them, a piece of paper and a pen. And I asked them, hey, what would you like to do together with us that you say it's going to be unforgettable? And they were having 7 days each till 24. And someone said, hey, I would like to cook panna cotta with you. And it is a fantastic idea. Or the other one say, hey, there has been a small Christmas book where I was reading with you when I was 7. I would like to take the time to drink tea and read the book together. Such a thing. So it's like spend quality time with your family, because it is the memories that we are going to have in the future.
Yeah, I think that's quite an innovative way of saying, well, let's mix it up, let's do something different. Like, give them the choice to see what they want to do. So that's an amazing story. Let's move on to the quiz. So I hope people have been listening. It's a little bit of fun. I'll share my screen. Hopefully it works.
Okay, I will stop sharing. Okay.
Oh,
it's all yours.
Thank you. And as I say, hopefully that should be loading. So if you've not used Menti before, don't be shy. Go to menti.com and then put in the code above. And then it's just 3 questions. You will see the question on your phone when it comes up, and then you'll have a little bit of time to answer. And basically, the faster you answer, the higher score you get. And obviously, if it's correct as well. So try to go for the correct answer. I'm going to participate as well. So yeah, we got some people joining. I'm going to join as well.
And I would like to say to our audience, don't be shy. Please take the opportunity to participate, to have fun in today's event. It will be fantastic.
Yes, and I forgot the most important thing. So Tricia talked about MuleSoft training or some of the offers that are there. Well, if you're one of the winners, one of three, you get a training voucher. So it's all the reason to join. I would say at the moment you have good odds. Anyone else? I'll just give it a couple more minutes.
Feel free to join.
Okay. Anyone else? Any last takers? It's really easy. So just 3 questions. If you go to menti.com and the code is 3116 3308. Yes, I knew we were going to get another one.
It's so funny. It's already funny.
Okay, brilliant. I think we're good to get started. So hopefully, okay, okay, there we go. First question's coming up. So on which slide was the acronym of RAML shown? So I hope you can remember. It's a little bit tricky. You have to be really, have your eyes peeled. Okay. So what do we see? Ah, no one. Okay, don't worry, you have 2 more questions left. That was a tricky one. Okay, so if I go to the next one. Okay. Apparently, well, not surprisingly, no one's got any, any points yet. Okay, you've got another chance. So question 2 of 3. And I need to press enter, sorry. So where was Tricia born? Hopefully this should be nice and straightforward. I'll just give it a couple more seconds for countdown. Oh, we got the answer in the chat. What about people on Menti? Yay! So 4 people got it right. I'm just playing, devil's advocate here. So fantastic. What does that mean for our scores? We got Shy Person as number 1, Niha and Cheyenne. Well done, well done. Okay, let's go to the next question. Are you ready? Okay. So which one of these challenges Tricia faces as a technical instructor? So avoiding her laptop crashing, finding time for coffee, keeping the audience continuously engaged, or avoiding Anypoint Studio crashing. I mean, I think if you're using MuleSoft a lot, these are all problems we've seen. So what's the correct answer? Wait, well done. So yeah, the majority got that right. So let's have a look at the leaderboard. Oh, wow, look at that. That's close. So what does that do for us? Wow, so Cheyenne, you are the winner. If you want to send me your email address, or I can, just contact me. I can share a form with you for the voucher. And who did we have second? Do I have to press enter? Sorry, you can probably see this is my first time. Okay, let me go back. Okay, so we also have Niha as the second person, Shy Person. Oh, thanks for joining, Felix. So if you're one of the winners, just ping me. I'll be here. I'll share the link with you. And I just wanted to, Niha, I'm guessing you're one of the ones as well. So people who won, okay, great. So I'm getting some, I'll email you, Cheyenne. The other two winners, Shire versus Muley. No, not worry. So we've got Cheyenne. That's one. Who's HD? Oh, that's Hillary. Okay, that's also Muley. Who do we have next? I can't see now.
Mija?
We got Niha. Yep, perfect. And one more. I can't see. So Felix was below. Who's the one above? Or does someone just want a free voucher? Okay. I just want to quickly finish off with some closing words, and then we can conclude. So let me share another. Okay, here we are. So just bear with me 1 second. So all I really want to say is massive, massive thank you for everyone who took the time to join today. We really, really appreciate it. It's a budding community in EMEA. We're always trying to experiment, see what the participants like to hear next. So if you have ideas for future topics, maybe you have a client or customer, or maybe you're from a company where you're working on something interesting, or you want to talk about your career, or any kind of DEI, MuleSoft related topic, please, we're always on the lookout for future presenters. And if you enjoyed it, feel free to share it with your wider network, using hashtags like MuleSoft Meetups, Women Who Mule. And yeah, I'd just like to say massive, massive thank you. I will be in touch with the people who won. I've got 2 email addresses, so if someone else wants to provide a third one, feel free. I think at this point, it's all open. And yeah, again, thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed it as promised. Keep it short and sweet. In this all remote digital world, that's the new normal now. So again, thank you so much, and yeah, look forward to seeing you at future events.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Denise. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you all so much, and thank you, Tricia. You did a fantastic job. It was a pleasure to have you on board.
Thank you.
All right, bye, everyone.
Bye.
I'll stop the recording as well. There we go.